Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button if you are already a continued subby. You know I love you for it. So quick one, my readings are for your sun, moon, and ascendant. So whether you're a sun, moon, or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three because it's going to give you a clearer, more complete picture of how these speak to you and which part of you I resonate with as a reader. So before we start, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Justice card, which suggests that this week, and usually I would say to you, or what I was going to say to you, is you have reached a final decision. But I think that this is in response to something that has now come to its completion. It's kind of like a decision has been made for you, and from that you're going to make your decision on where you go from here. So you've often heard me say, like, what you do with some of the bigger, larger events that happen in your life is completely up to you. So I do believe that there are moments in life that are fated, but how you get to that point and where you go after it, that's all on you, right? There are just certain things that your soul signed up for, and I kind of feel like this week one of them is really culminating here. I feel like for a lot of you this is an end of a situation or the completion of a situation that's going to have you say, yeah, you know what, I've earned my stripes, I've paid my dues, I've done what I need to, and now I'm going to make a commitment to myself based on whatever it is that comes to a completion or a culmination. For your actions and options this week, you've got the Seven of Wands, and this is really interesting because the Seven of Wands coupled with the Justice card can literally be a legal battle. Now the funny thing is, it doesn't feel like it's like, I kind of feel like it's just coming to an end. Like this week you're going to get some news where something has culminated or something's completed, and you're like, wow, you know what, for all of the fight or the challenge that, you know, that I had to go through or that I had to put up with, something comes to an end now. And with the Seven of Wands, for some of you, maybe you are choosing to pursue this as an avenue. Maybe you are choosing to stand and defend yourself in some regard. Now, for those of you that are celebrating this week, a happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope that you have an amazing solar return. Remember to fill the day of your birth with a little bit of everything that you want this entire year to have in it for you. So yeah, let's have a look at your communications and conversations. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Now, there's a couple of ways that this could play out, especially because you've got the Seven of Wands there. When it comes to work, when it comes to the profession, it does appear that you are now looking to do your own thing. So if you've got a business idea, this kind of suggests that you are putting that, it's almost like the inception of a business idea will happen this week. Like this is you putting more time, more effort, more energy into something than maybe you have done in the last year or so. The fact that it is the Page of Pentacles, this suggests that you're taking this, it's almost like you're taking it really seriously for the first time in a long time. And because you've got that Seven of Wands there, for some of you, for those of you that work for somebody else, this week your boss or a situation at work could piss you off to no end, and maybe this week you say to yourself, right, okay, you know what, I keep saying that I'm going to do this, and then it's like you go through that cycle. It's like, oh, okay, well, work's not so bad now, so I'll put that idea on the back burner, and then it gets bad again, and you say, right, you know what, I should do this, I should, you know, I'm going to do this week. I finally feel like you're committing to it enough to say, you know what, whether work is good, whether work is bad, I'm going after this. For those of you that are business owners, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, I mean, this is a great card for you guys in general because it suggests that you are doing your own thing. Now, when it comes to the Justice card, it does look like there's either, I kind of feel like this is you getting a new contract. Do you know what I mean? So it's like maybe you're taking some new work or some new business comes in. What it does suggest though, this is going to be a slow build. There's nothing quick or fast about this. You are going to have to take your time with it. You're going to have to cross the T's. You're going to have to dot the I's and make sure that everything is done by the book. You want to give no quarter for anybody to say, oh, you haven't done or you need to. All right, for those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this would be a really good time for you to brush up on the skills that you already have. And the reason I say that is because the Page of Pentacles can sometimes see you turning a hobby into a side hustle or a business like that. And you don't have to do that, but it does look like the skills that you've got are still relevant, but they are a little bit rusty, and you are going to have to do something with them in order to be able to utilize them. You know, even if that means bringing yourself out of retirement, maybe, you know, to come in and assist someone, maybe a friend, maybe a family member. You've got the skill, but it does need to be sharpened, polished, honed in some way. For your money and materials, you've got the Magician card. You've got everything that you need, right? So I'm going to say to you what the Oracle says to Neo. You got the gift, kid, but you seem to be waiting for something. And Pisces, this is what I'm going to say to you. What is it that you're waiting for? Because all the time that you're waiting, nothing is moving. You know, this is the time you need to commit to whatever it is that you're doing. A little bit more stick rather than play today. But you know, I love Piscean people. I really do. You're adventurous and funny and warm and kind, but at times you can be a little bit checked out. You know, you've got to bring it back into some sort of focus and alignment this week. If you want the big bucks, if you want the big success, you've got to get your head in the game. For your sound like High School Musical. When it comes to your finances, you have all of the resources that you need on that internal level to make the money that you want to make, but you've got to own it, right? You've got to get in it to be in there, to making it happen. This looks like website building. This looks like marketing, programs. This looks like having difficult conversations with the boss to say, look, you know what? You either use me properly or I'm fucking checking out, mate. Excuse my language. For your physical health and vitality, this is a week where your arms, hands, fingers, and even your lungs. So if you're not really used to doing it, this would be a great week to start a cardio program of some sort. And then for your home and environment, I mean, Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, and Capricorn. You guys, over the course of 2021, your home will change. You will move this year. So just something for you to be aware of. It came up so strongly for you guys in the year ahead readings. It came up so strongly for so many Piscean people that I've read for already over the course of this year. So just something to be aware of. And then for your love and relations, you have the Knight of Cups. Now this suggests to me that you will be meeting somebody through your work. This is somebody that is very well educated, somebody that is smart, sexy, good looking, somebody that has a lot going for them that seems to really take a shine to you. Now, here's the beauty of it. This person looks at you as an equal. There's nothing unfairly stacked here, which I really, really like. So for those of you that are single, there is definitely a possibility of you connecting to someone through your work. For those of you that are partnered, look at this, right? Your partner is bringing something to you. Maybe this is just the words that you need to hear to say, look, you know what? I will support you while you go after your dream. Maybe this is, you know what? You've got everything that you need. Go for it. Like, there's so much encouragement coming from the partner this week for you to chase after something that means a lot to you, but you have to show up, right? This is the caveat. You know, you've got all the support that you need, you've got the love and the respect behind you. Now you have to do something with it. Now you have to show up and say, right, okay, you trusted me or entrusted me with this. You believe in me. Let me show you why that was a good investment of your belief. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Yeah, take care. I'll see you soon.